to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins!
What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, Luka Doncic, back at it again with another video. So, today, we are going to be ranking the top 15 best trios in the Eastern Conference of the NBA. So, basically, it's going to go from 15 to 1, and I'm going to explain why I have each trio ranked where I got them ranked. Let's get into it. Alright, so at 15, I got Jerami Grant, Blake Griffin, and Delon Wright. So, the Pistons trio is pretty trash. Jerami Grant's the only good player on their team, and to be honest, he's not even an all-star. So, when your best player isn't even an all-star and you don't have an all-star on your team, then your trio is going to be pretty bad and you're going to have a pretty bad team. So, and Blake Griffin, he wouldn't be a starter in any other team in the NBA, if I'm being honest right now, because he's playing horrible. Delon Wright, he would also not be a starter in any other team except for the Pistons. So that's why their trio is just horrible. Next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers trio in Collin Sexton, Darius Garland, and Kevin Love. Now, you see, this isn't even a bad trio. It's just that Collin Sexton and Darius Garland are so young that they haven't really got the chance to show what they're really about because they don't have enough experience. And Kevin Love is the only experienced one on this group. If you look at it, Collin Sexton's really good. He's averaging about like 24, 25 points per game or something like that. Probably even lower. I think it might be 22. He's a good leader, Collin Sexton. Darius Garland, he's an average player in my opinion, but I think he has a good future. Kevin Love is a good center, but he's had really bad injury problems, and he's decreasing a little ever since the championship era and all of those injuries. So that just makes the Cleveland Cavaliers from the second to the bottom last. So, yeah. Next up on the list, we have Nikola Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, and Evan Fournier. The reason this list could have been higher and is this low is because Fournier is good and Aaron Gordon is just average. If I'm being honest, Aaron Gordon hasn't really got to the level that a lot of us want to see from him. Fournier is doing good and Vucevic is doing really good, but until we see more success from them, that's when I put them higher. So next up, we have Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and Rui Hachimura. So if you look at this trio, Rui Hachimura is a below average player. No disrespect to Rui Hachimura, but he hasn't been playing up to par in the NBA. Bradley Beal is the best scorer in the NBA, and Russell Westbrook is a triple-double machine, which doesn't have them at last place, because if it wasn't for Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, then they would be at last place. Coming in at number 11, we have the New York Knicks. This is a really young trio. They have a really good future. They're doing really good this season. They're looking like they're gonna make the playoffs at the 7th seed. Julius Randle was having a really good season. He made the All-Stars. Mitchell Robinson was having a good season until he got injured. He's a really good defender, but he just makes stupid decisions sometimes. And then there's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is doing pretty good. He's not too consistent, but he will learn from whenever he grows on, and whenever he gets more experience, he'll become a way better player. So this is why I got them on the list at number 11. Coming in at number 10, we have the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls have Zach LaVine, Kobe White, and Lauri Markkanen. The reason that they're not higher is because Lauri Markkanen is very, very unhealthy. Like, he's so young, and the fact that he always get injured is pretty weird. Kobe White's doing good. He's not the best player on the Bulls, but whenever you have Zach LaVine, which is up to par with Bradley Beal, in my opinion, you're gonna have a really good team. The Bulls have a really promising future with Zach LaVine, Kobe White, and Lauri Markkanen. This is a really good trio, in my opinion, but they're only at number 10 just because of lack of experience and the injuries that Lauri Markkanen is having. Coming in at number 9, we have the Atlanta Hawks. So they have Trae Young, John Collins, and Clint Capella. Well, Trae Young has been having an on and off season, nowhere near as good as his last season, but he's becoming a really good playmaker, arguably the best playmaker in the league right now. John Collins has a bright future, but I don't know if he's going to stay with the Hawks. They have Clint Capella. Clint Capella has always been good. He was better with the Rockets, but I think they'll use him more this season once the season progresses. But I got them at number 9, and I expect them to do a lot this season. Coming in at number 8, I just swapped them with the Hornets because I think the Hornets have a better trio, in my opinion. But at number 8, we have the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero. This is a really good trio. They made the finals last year. Some people think it's a fluke. Some people don't. Honestly, I'm not going to speak on it. But they have Jimmy Butler, who is doing really good ever since he came off the little bit of injuries and stuff. Bam Adebayo, he's a really good defender, underrated scorer, underrated rebounder. Tyler Hero, he's doing better than last year, but I wouldn't say he's doing really good, and that's why I got them right here. But yeah, next. Coming in at number 8, we have the Charlotte Hornets. This is a really good trio. I might move it up higher, but as of right now, I have it at number 8. They have arguably the Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball. They have Terry Rozier, who is doing extraordinarily good these past 4 games, which y'all can go check out my last video. I was talking about it. And they have Gordon Hayward, who is coming off an injury and is looking better than ever, even though he's a little bit inconsistent. But this is basically the perfect trio in the NBA, if you ask me. I might put them above the Heat right now as I'm recording. So, number 6, we have the Toronto Raptors with Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Kyle Lowry. This is a really good trio. Kyle Lowry has been injured, which sucks for him. He's been doing good, though, ever since he's on the court. Whenever he's on the court, he gets 17 points per game. Fred VanVleet's having a really good season. He had a 54-point game. Can't forget to mention that. Pascal Siakam's having another good season. Not as good as the one he had last season, but is still doing good. Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet are up to par with each other. I think they're both all-stars in my opinion. Kyle Lowry might be an all-star if he haven't been injured these past couple games. But yeah, that's why I got them at number 6, and on to the next one. Coming in at number 5, we have the Indiana Pacers with Malcolm Brogdon, Domantas Sabonis, and T.J. Warren. It was a hard decision between T.J. Warren, Karis LeVert, and who else? T.J. Warren, Karis LeVert, and Miles Turner. So I just chose T.J. Warren because he scores the most points out of those 3. But it was pretty hard, and you can tell that they have a really good starting 5 whenever it's hard to choose the 3. And whenever you have Malcolm Brogdon, who is an all-star point guard in my opinion, Domantas Sabonis, who's an all-star power forward in my opinion, and T.J. Warren, who I think will become an all-star next season, as y'all's big 3, y'all have a really lethal group and a really trio that any team should be scared of, because they're going to be really scary whenever all of their starters are healthy. And this upcoming season, they are going to be really good. I think they're going to have a Jazz-like season, how the Jazz are doing this year. That's how the Pacers are going to do next year. And they have one of the best starting fives and a very good trio. That's why I got them at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jrue Holiday, and wannabe Michael Redd, a.k.a. Chris Middleton. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP, and he's still making an argument to win MVP for the 3rd season in a row. I don't think that'll happen, but some people are talking about it. Jrue Holiday, underrated player, really good defender. He's really good. Chris Middleton, really good shooter. I think he's an all-star this year. I don't know if he made it this year, but he should be. And this is why I got them at number 4, because they're really good big 3. And on to the next. Coming in at number 3, we have the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid, who is most likely going to be MVP this season. Ben Simmons, very good defending point guard, good at scoring too. And Tobias Harris, really good scorer. This is a really good big 3, most underrated big 3 in the NBA, in my opinion, because Tobias Harris is a really underrated player that no one seems to talk about. He is, honestly, I think he's at the same level as Kristaps Porzingis, and this is why they're one of the best big 3s in the league, and that's why I have them right there. Coming in at number 2, we have the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kemba Walker. Now, Kemba Walker hasn't been doing too good due to the fact that he's coming off an injury, but don't that make you forget about his 3 All-Star appearances. He's a really good point guard. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are really, really good. In my opinion, they're equal to each other. Jason Tatum may be a little bit better, but this is a really good big 3, in my opinion. This is why I got them at number 2. They got 2 All-Stars, almost 3 if Kemba never got injured. And on to the next. Coming in at number 1, we have the Brooklyn Nets. I'm pretty sure most of y'all saw this coming at number 1, because look at this. Kevin Durant, all-star starter. Kyrie Irving, all-star starter. James Harden, another all-star, not starting this season because of some of the games he missed, but that's okay. Kevin Durant is an MVP candidate. Kyrie Irving is averaging 27.7 points per game. James Harden is averaging 23 points with 12 assists per game, which is crazy when he was just a shooting guard and now he's a point guard. And this is one really scary big 3 and will be very scary in the playoffs and in the regular season. And this is why I got them at number 1.